Hey everyone, Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lena, and I'm the artist behind Hijabs and Aprons. One of the most common pieces of advice I've heard in regards to espresso is consistency. There are so many steps involved that can get overcomplicated or just overwhelming. Keeping each step or factor consistent is very useful when dialing in your beans or figuring out what's off in your shot. Having a few handy and reliable tools can really help you in maintaining that consistency. Based on my little experience as a nerdy amateur home barista, I'm going to share my personal favorite must-have espresso tools with you. I will link them all in the description of this video, so please look there first before asking. Okay, so the first tool you need is a digital scale. You can use any regular food scale or something more premium like the IKEA scales. My personal recommendation though is this affordable scale from Amazon, which can also be used as an espresso scale because it's thin and small enough to sit underneath your cup on the drip tray to measure the espresso as it's being brewed. The reason why you'd even want to measure your espresso as it comes out is laid out in another video of mine titled How to Pull an Espresso Shot. I highly recommend watching that video before or after this one. So yes, a compact digital scale is definitely a must-have in my book. I don't see any reason not to get one. It has many uses and is small enough to tuck away in a drawer when you aren't using it. Okay, for the second must-have tool, I have two options you can get. Either a dosing cup or a dosing funnel. I don't think you need both, so just pick one. Let me show you how to use them. The purpose of a dosing cup is to measure out your dose of coffee beans, hence the name, collect the grounds, and neatly transfer the grounds to your portafilter. Because of this last step, dosing cups are categorized based on their diameter. For the Breville Barista Express or Breville Barista Pro machines, the portafilter size will be 54 millimeters. So the dosing cup will be labeled 54 millimeters, or if they're really precise in their labeling, it'll be slightly less than 54 millimeters to indicate that the cup fits inside the 54 millimeter portafilter. I love Crema's dosing cup because it fits perfectly in the holder arms of my grinder, so it's hands-free, and the cup fits perfectly inside my portafilters. So I don't lose any precious coffee in either the transfer from grinder to cup, nor from cup to portafilter. Once I've flipped the dosing cup and transferred the grounds to my portafilter, I like to shake the entire situation in an effort to get the grounds to settle into every nook inside the filter. The dosing cup is great for this step too because its snug fit allows you to shake without coffee grounds flying all over the place. Okay, moving on to the second alternate for this tool, the dosing funnel. Dosing funnels sit snugly on top of your portafilter. They should have a little notch carved out on the underside, which frames the portafilter perfectly, allowing it to sit on top with, little to no wiggle room. A dosing funnel enters the process at the point of grinding. It helps to guide the fresh grounds into your portafilter as they're being shot out from your grinder. So you would measure out your dose of beans maybe in the grinder's lid. And then if you have a built-in or standalone Breville grinder, you'll have to hold your portafilter with the funnel underneath these holder arms here, unless you get a custom dosing funnel that's designed to fit in these holder arms. Breville's portafilter arms are quite snug because they're intended to be hands-free. So it's designed to grip the portafilter so that you can let it go. When I use a dosing funnel, which is not very often to be honest, I like to move the portafilter around while the coffee's being ground. Otherwise you'll end up with a super uneven mountain in the middle. Then, holding the funnel in place with my other hand, I try to shake the portafilter to spread the grounds more evenly before going in with my next and final recommended tool. A distributor tamper combo A distributor tamper combo tool. If there wasn't a combo tool, I would have to split this into 2 accessories, but thankfully, combo tools do exist and make our lives much easier. Both sides can be adjusted to stick out more or less, which ultimately corresponds to the depth and pressure with which the grounds will be moved or pressed. Let me talk about the distributor side first. Before I started using it, I never understood how this tool worked. This distributor is more of a leveler. It mostly affects the top layer and some of the middle layer. This is why you need to shake your portafilter when you've got the loose grounds in there to try to fill in the bottommost layer of your portafilter. Then you go in with this distributor tool. You do not want to press this down because packing the grounds tightly is the job of the tamper. So firstly, don't adjust this side to stick out too much. Then you'll just gently rest it on top of the grounds. Spin it over and over until it's level on your portafilter. The best way to check this is to spin until this middle part of the tool is touching the top metal of your portafilter. You'll hear it scraping gently as you spin. That's how you'll know that it has gone down as much as it can. Then you'll carefully lift the tool out, flip it, and place the tamper into the filter. The tamper side should definitely be sticking out more than the distributor side because the tamper needs to press the grounds down more than where the distributor leveled them out to. My favorite thing about this side is that I can tamp using my palm instead of gripping a traditional tamper and making sure my fingers and knuckles and shoulder are all good. Also, if you have long nails, the palm tamp will probably work better for you. This type of tool also takes some of the guesswork out in terms of how deep or hard to tamp. Although measuring the depth of the tamp is not the same as measuring the pressure applied, I do think it's a step in the right direction when trying to be consistent in pulling your espresso shots. And that's it. Those are my 3.5-ish must-have tools for improving your espresso shots. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my content. As always, thank you so much for watching. I hope you're doing well, and I'll talk to you in the next one.